Hello everyone and welcome back to Penguin Plays Hoi4 Kaiserreich mod. We are back in the Third International, the Russian Social Republic, and I'm going to take this time to explain all of the changes that were made between the last episode and now, because last episode ended with the peace deal, but of course you need to allow for the wargles, the puppet stall spawn. So I made it more or less historical, but I changed a few things. For one, let's start. Poland, basically exactly historical, at least as much as I can, with us taking as far as Bialystok and Kelm and Lvov. That for Belarus area, all the way down to East Prussia, taking it for ourselves, the Baltic states taking it for ourselves, and giving Poland a little bit of Germany to compensate for the lands lost in the east. As for Germany, it has been made into a combination of Germany, Austria, and Bohemia, so Czechia. I did this more or less, for one thing, to be different, also something to do with Austria. It's just something for Austria to do, so it isn't a part of its territories with Hungary. It got Bohemia, because that was always a part of the Austrian side of the empire, was Bohemia, Czechia, and the Czechs. The Czechs have had a very long, and in this world, unbroken history with the Germans, because they would have been a part of the Holy Roman Empire, and at one point even the emperor was Bohemian. And then they would have gone into the Austrian Empire and been a part of the Austrian lands in the Austro-Hungarian Empire. So really, even though they are Slavic and have more cultural ties to the Poles or the Slovaks, they would have deep-rooted historical ties with the Germans, so I put them inside this united German state. We got Alsace-Lorraine going to France, as well as Dunkirk, Maritime Flanders. The Belgium was created and Luxembourg was added to it. It was either going to the Germans or to the Belgians, so I might as well give it to the Belgians. And just a very normal Batavian commune. Completely normal. Up here, Northern Schleswig was given to Denmark. Sweden is almost entirely intact, except for this area here in Bohuslän, because that was once a part of Norway. Norway might as well get something. They also got the Faroe Islands. Iceland is completely neutral and it's not part of any of this. America took Greenland because they're closer. America put out Cuba as their own puppet. Good. Down into the Middle East, or no, actually we just covered Poland there. I got a united Hungary, Slovakia. Technically, the Slovakian Carpathian Mountains was always a part of the Hungarian Kingdom, and in the Austro-Hungarian Empire is a part of the Hungarian Crown Lands, as opposed to the Austrian Crown Lands, so it made enough sense to give it to them. I wanted Transcarpathia and most of the areas inside of Galicia, because those are Ukrainian populated lands, and I wanted a part of my own territory for that exact reason. Romania went up pretty big. They got all of Transylvania, specifically because they were the first puppet I got, so I got Bessarabia, they got everything else. And they got also Silistria, which is southern Dobruja. Meanwhile, over here, Yugoslavia exists, and they have most of their territory. I don't know why, but it looks so weird over here, probably because Trieste is not a part of Italy, but instead just a part of Yugoslavia. Also, they have Albania for extra fun. Yeah. And if this was real, this would collapse even harder than modern, what happened to real-world Yugoslavia. Because everybody knows that if there's one thing that happens, Albanians and Serbians getting along. Oh boy. Over here, Bulgaria, they lost out pretty big, but they did manage to get a little bit of Western Thrace back, because that was owned by the Turks. When Greece falls, I think I will give them Eastern Macedonia, maybe all the way down to here. I'm not entirely sure, but this is a part of the Entente, not our problem yet. As for the Turkish commune, now it's hard to see because they have almost identical color to us, but Constantinople and the areas outside of Adrianople is our territory directly instead of theirs. The Turkish commune. Going east, Armenia was taken by me, Georgia was taken by me, Azerbaijan was taken by me, which means I actually do have to start using civilian oversight to help that down. It had been on forced labor up until this point to produce me more oil, so they're not very happy with me. We have a Kurdistan, which I think has all the cores Kurdistan could possibly have. So we have a liberated Kurdistan. Syria controls the whole Levant. The Iraqi Socialist Republic controls the majority of the Mesopotamian area, even all the way to Khuzestan. Iran has been the loser on a few different fronts. They lost Khuzestan to Iraq. They lost Kermanshah, Urma, and that was not part of it, but Kermanshah and Urma, I believe, to Kurdistan. We got the People's Republic of Arabia controlling what would be Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, and what would be the UAE. But it's not fully united because we got Yemen and Oman for the Yemenis and Omanis. Egypt exists. It's the... oh no, that train's going to be loud, isn't it? We got the Egyptian Republic and the Libyan. I kept wanting to say Liberian. It's not. It's Libyan People's Republic, which we are currently fighting through with horrible supplies and a train outside. You know what? Maybe I should just close that window. I shall be back in a second. All right. Yeah, that's just annoying. Well, continuing on then. We are currently fighting up through here because all that's really left is taking out the French. Hopefully we can take them out just using their northern African holdings, and I don't have to go to their southern African holdings. Doesn't look like it. These appear to be colonial land, so it's just up here. And when we beat them, we're not going to give it to Commune of France, because we're the ones taking it over, and I'm tired of you existing. Spain will probably give over to be a puppet of Union of Britain, same with Portugal. But this has to go to Italy, obviously. But I think all of this is just going to go to our puppets. We are the ones who are really in charge of this, you know. And in the meantime, we also need to start getting ready for an invasion of Japan. Because while this is not... oh no, 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 no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Somebody please take over the mantle. Okay. So we need to start just flooding Japan with everything we got. I know I have a... this is a Dutch East Indian. You could probably be okay in Insel India. Dutch East Indies doesn't exist anymore. We'll just flood the market with all of my agents. You, I want you on retainer. You, Korea, please. You. Yeah, if I was to use this mod again, I would definitely go down on the number, because this just seems absurd. Beijing, we're not attacking China, though. I could focus down here in Papua, or the Republic of Australasia. I could use some of these guys doing other things. You're doing the Lord's work, but we're not in so many locations anymore, are we? Olga, we don't really need that anymore. You know, I guess we're invading France. Why not set up some bases in France? Why not? Who's going to stop me? The French? Ha ha ha, no. You go there. Too many to work with. Too much of a good thing. Too much of a good thing. Keep going to Gabis. Yeah, this is not going to be stopped anytime soon. I'm bringing over fighters to help out in this area. Should be fine. We are bringing over these guys to supply my troops. Because supply is something that we lack, but we have enough force to just push through anyway. So long as we just keep it up. I may not have style, but I got something more important than that. And here, got all these troops just chilling out there. Oh yeah, because we were waiting for an invasion of this area. I will eventually get around to getting that invasion of Japan going, but it's just the kind of the fact that it's not that important to me. You're just not that important to me. And here did I say 200 strategic bombers? Yeah, okay. See, so this is a situation though now getting into. Throughout the war with Germany, I was suffering when it comes to aircraft production, but ever since that they no longer became a threat, now it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Like, I have 100 planes. I have 100 transport planes? Holy shit. I have 100 planes in this region. I don't know why we don't have air superiority, considering we have so many more fighters than them. Who knows? Insel India has changed their... You know what's also good? I could actually just change this to be a regular old theater. Theatre 1. And then I can just put everybody in together, because now it should be the case. But we can just do that. In there, everybody get together, have fun, do the Lord's work. You, the Respublica, you'll have some action, I swear. This I swear by the Lord. Put you in this force, split it in half. Do whatever you need to do. Exercise with it. Have fun with that. Down here, even with our slow going, we're still making it through Sifax. I wonder, could I... I'm currently building up Vladivostok. I would like to put that up on top. Yes, thank you. Try to get some more supply through. You go to Kironin. Ah, you have supply now. Go to Tunis. If we can get... It's not Tunis, but it is Bizerte. Bizerte. We're attacking this direction. This is my air... Was it my Air Force? I think it's my Air Force. Air Force, 1944, better scout planes? I don't know, what do you need better scout planes for? We can get some of that. Das Karunen. Through. Just blast them and start marching. A long march straight to Bizerte. With a very wide spring here. I wonder, how much supply am I even getting through this area? Because I'm not getting anything. I want you on the highest motorization level. Try and get a little bit more out of it. Then we're just trying to work our ways up. Maybe it's because you don't have enough supply. You're doing low intensity runs. Everything seems good there. Just attack on through. Do what we need to do. We got some of our heavy tank divisions out here in the sand. That reminds me of the Germans fighting with tiger tanks in the desert. We got heavy tanks. We got something. I got so many... I'm starting to outproduce myself on just about everything. Could use more of that. Artillery, advanced artillery. Sure, we can use better artillery. Producing a lot of Papashaws now. I'm going to give those to my elite forces. We got... I don't know, we're still using light tanks. I guess we're still using armored cars even. Sure. We're upgrading those as much as possible. Heavy fighter production. I want more heavy fighter production. That seems to make sense to me. This is Navy? Naval? What could I really use here? Just be better? Do your job better? That was my tank force, which I think is going to build some OB something. We already took our target, didn't we? So I want you up here. Over to Algiers, please. Take them. Do what you need to do. Get out of the desert as much as possible. Vietnam has canceled a non-aggression pact with us. I need to turn you into a heavy level, but it's not ready yet. SFX has the movies. Yeah, we're overusing these areas too much. Sacred Union of Tibet seems fine to me. Take the Bona. Take the Boner. You attack that way, you attack that way. Pin them so we can at least get into the other location. Nah, damn. Oh, some counterattacks. They're actually managing to break me in a couple locations. Let's see, what's the issue? It's up until No, Tunis is there now. Just really bad supply in this region, huh? Got supply coming in from Tripoli. We could try bringing supply all the way from there. Supply is always going to be an issue for this region. No other planes yet. I could try coming from Italy. It's dropping off supplies. That should work. Seems to have helped. Because really, when it comes to all these tanks we got... Oh, hey. Bizerte has been taken. We just need to take that, and now we have a port. Lovely. And now we should be able to push it once again. This is the entire Entente army, effectively, because they have no other regions in this area. They have nowhere else to fall back to. Where else would they be? You go to Constance, but go there through Bona. Go to Batana. You go around to Sitif. Go to Biscara. Or start attacking from the sides. Attack on that way. Attack that way. Attack that way. Let's try to cut them off. Repair Sevastopol. That's nice. I do have enough stability where I could take mass collectivization. Don't really want to, though. Don't really want to. Now we can do repair Vladivostok. Wait, which one did I just repaired Sevastopol, and then we can repair Vladivostok. Got a nice little surround going over here. I like it. One of you break off and go there. Break their army, crush them, put them in a stew. Do whatever you need to do. There goes their little army. What even... I guess this is still this theater fighting, isn't it? Got 17,000, 20,000 troops. Pretty good. Nothing like the 1 million we destroyed earlier. And I got 500 air experience. Okay, fine. We'll come in here. Oh, I can't even make you that much better. I can increase your range. But that'll decrease your weapon speed and your reliability. Long range. Perhaps I'll use tactical bombers. Increase my tactical bombers. Like better engine, better range, better pizza, Papa John's. Oh, just slightly too much. Do that. Reliability comes down. Like that. Just an increase to everything. Yeah, go ahead. That's my SB6A. Switch them out, please. There you go. That uses up my points. Go to there, to there. Go to Algiers. This has somehow been controlled by France. Bullshit. France. Bullshit. I will let you have it over my cold, dead body. If I could betray the International and just kill them and attack them through the Ardennes and just wipe them off the face of the earth, I would. Sadly, Kaiserreich does not want you to have fun. That is very against what they have in mind for their playthroughs. They want you to do what they think is fun. This should be the end of the war? No. What was that? What was that little hiccup? What exactly are we fighting for now? How long until France falls? Don't tell me they got something back here that they're holding up. Senegal. Senegal. I ain't got the time for that. I guess I could go through here and invade, but no, I don't want to do that, actually. I actually don't want to do that. Just take Fez and Casablanca. Both are fine. Perfectly acceptable. Fine. Just push me all the way through here. Who's the other person in this region? It's not you. It's you. Up to there, please. Boop, 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 boop. Anybody who has an attack plane, just move on it. I don't care if that's even an attack plane in the right direction. You take this, Ceuta. You? What are you doing over here? Oh, I guess you're with this army, huh? Well, be that as it may. We're taking over the world for the What? What? What do you mean? What? That's not right. I think those are just in the wrong locations. What? I don't know. Wait, what? Are you? How? What? We can attack across the desert? That's a thing we can do? And Entente collapse? Rhodesia? Oh, don't tell me there's somebody new in charge. No, that's the only one. Yeah! Alright. Okay, now like I said... Now like I said, it's the end of this war. So, we got Commonwealth of America, we got Union of Britain. You will get all of Spain. I don't think Catalonia has any sort of... I mean, they have a break-off state that I could give to France. Don't see much of a reason to. You take that. Portugal. Fine. You take that and Portugal. Now, Portugal has overseas colonies and stuff. Oh, yeah. That's right. Well, that's okay. Britain can have that. Commune of France. Congratulations, you get that. Now, fair enough, we don't actually have any claims on this area down here. So I'll just give it over to the French. You might as well, you know. You might as well. British West Africa is not a part of the war because it was untouched, which I call bullshit. You can have that. You can have this, Mauritania. Let's see, this area here is a part of, who now? Algiers. Ah, there it is. Hey, that can go to France. I'm okay with that. I will take all of Greece. Looks like you have already... Right, Sardinia pieced out, I remember. Then the rest of here, as nothing else should be a part of this, Algeria and Tunisia will go to me, because I fought for it. Morocco pieced out, even though I invaded them? What's up with that? What's up with that? Morocco, don't tell me you just bummed your way out of this. No. No, you don't get to do that, actually. Mark that state, mark this state. Mine. Bop. I had troops in there, that's mine. Similar to the ref, I think I'll actually take that. And this, IFNI. Proper Morocco territory goes to me. Union of Britain, I'll take that for Morocco. Canary Islands. You have it's a core state of yours. That's a claim state. This is a core state, Morocco. Yeah, I'll release a strong Morocco. That should be fine. Down here, don't think you get to just pretend like you weren't at war with us. Mark states, was only one state. Mark all states of South African Federation, blah, blah, blah. Madagascar, you're good. Yeah, congratulations. You get to be taken over by Union of Britain. Don't pretend like you didn't see that one coming. Let's see. You, Republic of Australia. Very saucy. Same with this. British West Africa. Bullshit. Mark all states, please. Togoland and Dahomey. Yeah, bullshit. Mark states. Transfer. Yeah, no, you don't get to just pretend like you weren't at war with us and then walk away just because your benefactors have capitulated. No, I have the state transfer tool. You can't do that. And that should be good for now. Of course, now we have to actually create the things. This is going to cause a lot of desync issues. Integrate to Batumi and Kars. Yeah, I'll do that. And integrate Georgia, Latvia, Ukrainian state. I'll do all that. Fate of Greece. Liberate the Hellenic commune, please and thank you. Peas and Fate of Malta. I took Malta. Release Malta as a puppet. Transfer to our Italian allies. Tunisia. We'll liberate Tunisia. Algeria. Liberate loyal Algeria. Morocco. Liberate them. Boom, boom, boom. Algerian Republic. Tunisian commune. Commune of Morocco. In which case, mark states. Transfer. Stronk. In here, I would say Western Macedonia. I could either give it to Yugoslavia, but it has a core state there. I will give this to you and core it for you so you don't do anything silly. I'll take this, and I'll give it to you. That will do fine. That should be all the territories that I own, right? You're going to run into issues. The Union of Britain, they're going to bring out the Malian commune. Niger, do not confuse it with anything else. Don't say it. I need to get my troops out of here because I do not want to have my troops sitting around. Now, technically, we're not at peace. Technically, we're at war with Panama, Brazil, Uruguay, and Paraguay. That's actually being done by the Andean Popular Confederation. And funnily enough, Argentina is not in the commune. So they're pushing through. I'm sure that Britain and whoever is going to start something there. Panama is very close to falling. It's just the Panama Canal zone needs to be taken. You know, Dominican Republic, they're social conservative. You are at the very least social democrat. There's a lot of areas in the world that are not liberated yet. There's also the entire Central Africa, which is in the pockets of either the East Africa, which has two puppets, and then this guy who just has good relations, East Africa, has Kenya, and Uganda. There's Eastern Africa under Ethiopia and Somalia, constantly at war. And there's the Congo with the Kivu clique in Central Africa. And then there's Cameroon and Gabon. So there's like 4 major powers in Central and Eastern Africa that aren't liberated. But Barataya Commune is definitely going to fall, unfortunately, meaning the princely states are going to be on the side of Japan. And what I worry about with Japan is, I have an idea for attacking Japan of simply bomb the ever-loving crap out of the islands, attack them using a bunch of paratroopers, take major ports, send in the other troops, because I can't beat them individually, and I shouldn't have to do anything else, because they're in alliance with Australia, they're in alliance with Ceylon, Philippines, Insula India, State of Burma, Papua, and Kingdom of Siam is their ally. They have Vietnam. They don't have any allies within China, but they have some relation with Feng Tian government. So in terms of areas for future expansion, it's currently Afghanistan, which I have troops around. I just need enough points. And then Japan. But it's going to be a long time until I have the political power in order to do any of that. And here you are. This, I could get 50% bonus on construction. Thank you. Have a good day. With that, I think I'll end this episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.